Lamentations 5. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider, and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. We gat our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Princes are hanged up by their hand. The faces of elders were not honored. They took the young men to grind, and the children fell under the wood. The elders have ceased from the gate, the young men from their music. The joy of our heart is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning. The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned. For this our heart is faint. For these things our eyes are dim. Because of the mountain of Zion, which is desolate, the foxes walk upon it. Thou, O Lord, remainest forever, thy throne from generation to generation. Wherefore dost thou forget us forever, and forsake us so long time? Turn thou us unto thee, O Lord, and we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old. But thou hast utterly rejected us. Thou art very wroth against us.
Peace, and welcome to the Collision where Sports and Politics Collide. I'm Latan Thomas. I have a special guest co-host today. James Iron and Chuck Modiano are not here today. We have had to call a special edition of the Collision with everything that's going on. We have Dr. Angel Jones. She's an educator, author, activist, critical race scholar, New Yorican, and Afro-Latina. How are you doing?
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be in this space with you.
Oh no, I've been enjoying following your work on social media for a while now, and you do a lot of great content. So I'm definitely honored that you come and guest co-host with me. So thank you very much. And we have as our guest, she's no stranger to the Collision. She's been on a few times. So she retired from the Montgomery County Police Department in Maryland after 28 years, where she became the first African-American woman to attain the rank of captain in the history of the police department in Montgomery County. Her assignment before retirement was director of the Community Engagement Division. We met at Congressional Black Caucus many moons ago, and we was on a panel together, and I leaned over after the panel and I told her, I was like, listen, I've never really heard a police officer talk the way that you talk. Can we exchange information? and keep going. She's like, oh yeah, sure. And so we have been, working together and supporting each other ever since. I interviewed her for my book, Police Brutality and White Supremacy, The Fight Against American Traditions. And she is absolutely amazing, Captain Sonia Pruitt. How are you doing?
Hey, hi, Dr. Angel. Hey, it's nice to meet you, sis.
Great. So let's jump right into it. This case with William McNeil Jr. The reason why I called both of you here today, it was such a disturbing video, and for a lot of different reasons. It seemed to me, we've been doing a lot of these programs and teaching young black men, young brown men, how to engage a police officer, even if they're heightened sensitivity, heightened, everything. How do you de-escalate a situation? And how you have to remain calm, and how you have to keep your hands still and all of these things. And I'm looking at the video, and it seemed like he was doing all of that, and it still didn't stop the police from bashing his window in and snatching him out and beating him. And there's so much to unpack with this. But let me start with you, Captain Gordon, and we can just trade off and ask some questions, Dr. Jones. The procedure that is supposed to happen in that situation, when you are stopping somebody for, a minor infraction, is what it is. Whether it's a tail light or what they say is his lights were on or off during the daytime. I mean, I don't know why that would cause for all of this, but a minor infraction. What is the proper procedure that is supposed to happen?
Well, the proper procedure is you treat people with dignity and respect. That is the proper procedure. I don't care what is going on unless there's something that's so there's so much energy and there's violence, and you gotta roll in hot for that. But you're pulling somebody over presumably because their lights were out. Okay, how did we get to the violent part? So this was not just about his lights being out. Let's be clear. This was an expectation that you had better do what we say. They didn't care what the reason was that they pulled them over for. You just do what we say. Anytime a person, in particular black people and brown people, ask questions, then that poses a problem. And now you're not complying. And compliance for us as a people, as a culture, the way that looks goes back hundreds of years, the beginning of slave patrols and things like that, right? We're never able to just be. We're never able to just ask a question. And this young man was clearly confused and probably quite scared. As a matter of fact, in one of his interviews later on, he says that he was scared, that he was nervous, that he was in fear for his life. So where is the humanity that you don't see another person? This is a person, somebody's son, and that you would not treat them accordingly. I don't know, I just said a lot. I have so much on my mind.
No, I definitely hear you. Dr. Jones, go ahead. You can ask the question.
Thank you. First of all, you don't look old enough to have been working anywhere for 28 years, sis, so amen. I think what I've been thinking about a lot, and folks that were talking about, this whole idea of resisting and complying, is there actual definition for what that looks like, or is it this subjective thing that allows white cops to be able to decide what it looks like for us or not?
I believe that is the first time I've been asked that question, and then you really got my gears turning, because what is compliance? And we've got some vague terminology in policing, such as discretion, which they clearly did not use in this case. But it gives officers choices and options, right? Compliance, though, the way I see it and the way I saw it during my 28 years as a police officer, is I say do it and you do it.
The lady that was told to turn off the pot of boiling water in her own house was compliant. And what happened to her? She's dead. Shot, cold-blooded, dead by an evil, wicked cop sucker.
Very Jim Crowish, black coach. Just do what we say. And if you don't do exactly as you're being asked or being told, usually, then you're not in compliance. But what does the word compliance mean, right? Like in general, a dictionary definition of compliance. And are we really applying that dictionary definition to what police use? Or is policing taking it a step further? Is law enforcement taking it further than that? That's a great question. You're going to have me sitting on that for the next couple of days, Doctor.
But aren't you allowed to ask a question? Aren't you allowed to ask, why am I being stopped?
And by the way, first and foremost, what triggered this evil, wicked, coward, cocksucker to shoot this lady in her eye and execute her was the fact that she said to him, I rebuke you in the
Like that. There's certain things in the guidelines as was doing these different programs, and there are certain things that they were taught that you can ask this. Like so for instance, do you have a warrant? If you're somebody, if a police officer comes to your home, and they can't just say, "No, open the door and you have to comply." You can ask the question, "Do you have a warrant?" Or "Why did you stop me?" Or if you're a child, can I wait for my parents or my lawyer to be present? Like there's certain things that you can legally ask. How does that work with non-compliant versus compliance?
Again, the minute you ask the question, now, I told you to do something. Listen, in transformational police leadership or transformational law enforcement leadership, in this case, we're looking at a sheriff. We haven't gotten to that part of this discussion yet, but he's not a transformational sheriff. But in transformational policing, you encourage people to ask questions. As long as your life is not in danger, or the lives of other people around you are not in danger, you don't have nothing but time. Okay, you can stand there and you can have a conversation for as long as you need to if you're really looking at compliance, to have this person comply. Right? Because what you want is for everyone, right? You're supposed to want everyone to go home unscathed and not terrorized at the end of the day. The police and the people they're in contact with.
Right.
So you want to encourage people to ask questions. You want to educate them. And if they ask for a supervisor, they ask for a supervisor. But again, we're looking at leadership in this sheriff's department. We've seen his interview. And I'm like, so the stuff just rolls downhill, huh? They're not looking that way because they've been allowed to. And that they are working on a very traditional cultural piece that has always been that way. This is how we've always done it. And they don't see any reason to do anything different.
I think all of this just really gets to my heart. Because when we think about our rights, right, and kind of what that looks like, right? So we as Black folks, we have the talk, right, with our kids, but then there are also programs about know your rights, right? But how do we teach our boys to navigate that, right? So like I'm learning what my rights are, but I can't then advocate for those rights because the negative things are going to happen to us, right? So like, are we setting them up for failure by teaching them rights and teaching them how to advocate for themselves when we know if they do advocate for themselves, things can go south. Like,
The Book of Malachi, Chapter 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, The Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. Son honoureth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honour? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests, that despise my name. And ye say, Wherein have we despised thy name? Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar. And ye say, Wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, The table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person? Saith the Lord of hosts. And now I pray you, beseech God, that he will be gracious unto us. This hath been by your means. Will he regard your persons, saith the Lord of hosts? Who is there, even among you, that would shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts, neither will I accept an offering at your hand. For from the rising of the sun, even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it! And ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts. And ye brought that which was torn, and the lame and the sick. Thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth, and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Malachi 2. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings, yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts, and one shall take you away with it. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. Ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible, and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. Have we not all one Father? Hath not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Judah hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and hath married the daughter of a strange god. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand. Yet ye say, Wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant? And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one? That he might seek a godly seed? Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. For the Lord, the God of Israel, saith that he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have wearied the Lord with your words. Yet ye say, Wherein have we wearied him? when ye say, Every one that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them? Or, where is the God of judgment? Malachi 4. For behold, day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.